Hey everyone, Chloe here, and welcome back to another video. So, today I wanted to talk about a redundant question that a lot of men and upset men who somehow find their way to this channel like to ask in the comment section. And that question is, what do women bring to the table? Or the nastier version, which is, what do women bring to the table besides their you know what? Now, ever since I've started this channel, I've noticed that there are a lot of upset men and women on YouTube, the keyboard gangsters who like to steer conversations on hypergamy their way through negativity, manipulation, and pretzel logic. And they lurk and they stalk and they have tantrums. And these feminine men in particular harass women about their thoughts and opinions on hypergamy because they're frustrated and broke. And quite frankly, a lot of them will like to believe that they're smarter than women. But how smart can you be if you're picking fights with women on YouTube as a form of entertainment? But to be fair, some men have been very respectful and quite supportive of this channel, but most of the men who find their way to this channel are disrespectful and most are triggered. So when I hear a man say, "What do women bring to the table?" I automatically see the manipulation and the meaning behind the question for what it is, which is a very passive aggressive, backhanded insult to destroy the idea that women have worth. And the energy and intention behind the question is to get at a woman's confidence with the intention to devalue, disrespect, and dismiss. And for toxic men, it's a misogynistic mindset that speaks to the idea that women are disposable, that women are throwaway, that women are a dime a dozen, that women are interchangeable, replaceable, like trash to be used and discarded. And I get it. These are the internet streets, and YouTube is the Wild Wild West, especially when it comes to the war of the sexes. But I will say that when a man child asks you the question of what do you bring to the table, ladies, recognize game because men tell on themselves all the time by their actions and by the way they speak. A lot of men are bitter, some are mentally ill, a lot of men see themselves as victims, a lot of men are damaged, a lot of men are resentful of women and they're insecure. Many men have height issues, and a lot of them believe that being an a hole will make them look taller. A lot of them are pretend beta males and alpha males, right? And a lot of men are frustrated and powerless because they aren't successful. That is the key, ladies. And because of that, they feel like weak men. And because they don't have the power that they want, they can be verbally brutal, verbally vicious, and very mean spirited. And like I mentioned in my other video, a lot of men have mommy issues and they don't like their mothers. So, what a lot of men end up doing for a sense of relief and release is to bash women to distract themselves from their own powerlessness and misery, especially on social media, where it's so easy to project your issues and feelings of ugliness and insecurity onto others. And in all fairness, unhappy women behave in similar ways as well. Women are very capable of projecting the worst of themselves onto others as well. But to answer the question of what do women bring to the table, and this, of course, is based on the hypergamous assumption that a man can even provide a table. Because if we're really going to be honest here, the dusty men that tend to ask these questions usually don't own a table or a window or a pot to throw it out of, right? Or a pot to throw out of a window. But dusties and rejects will gladly do whatever it takes to get attention, even if it's negative attention, right? And men who ask this question more than likely have never had a relationship where they were valued or respected for being providers. But for my hypergamous listeners, here's what women bring to the table. And I want you to always remember this. Women bring, number one, we bring femininity. We bring the feminine to a man's masculine, which is very balancing and very inspiring to a masculine man who wants to provide and protect. We balance out testosterone with estrogen, okay? We balance out the yin and the yang, right? Women bring beauty. Men are visual, ladies, and we bring what men like to look at. Men appreciate beauty. We bring sensual energy. Women bring more than sex. We bring sex appeal, we bring seduction, we bring allure, we bring mystery, temptation, and desire to the table. And more importantly, femininity. Okay, femininity, ladies, inspires a man's libido, and it always will. Women bring nurturing. When a woman is feminine, women bring softness, kindness, grace. We bring caring and understanding. Women bring emotional support. We are cheerleaders. We bring encouragement. Women bring inspiration. Feminine women inspire men to do, to earn, to build, to create, to expand, to lead. Feminine women inspire masculine men to greatness. Women bring company. Life can get isolating and pretty lonely. So, as women, we keep men company. We listen to their dumb jokes. We listen to them talk about their dreams while we're laid up in the bed with them. We nurture a man's ego when we keep him company. We stimulate a man's masculine instincts, ladies. We inspire men to conquer in the game of love and war. And that is not to say that all women have these feminine or nurturing qualities. But when a woman does, she's one of the most powerful forces in the world, which is why you need to subscribe to this channel. But I also want to again highlight a strong disconnect that many men have with age. Because one thing that I have noticed with men who fight against their wiring to provide and protect is that those men, they don't realize that one day they too will be old. And toxic men, especially, love talking about women hitting the wall and women aging and women losing their looks. But men get old as well. But most men, and I need my viewers to understand this and to hear this, especially those angry and resentful ones, think they're invincible. And it's a very common male delusion that all men age like fine wine and that they all have access to young, beautiful women, while us women age like California raisins. When the truth is, father time comes for all. And many men don't age well. Their bodies get old, they get sloppy and droopy, they have health problems and lifestyle ailments like diabetes, strokes, heart attacks, their eggplants stop working. But there's also this common delusion with men that they're all going to age backwards. But if they don't have their finances in order to provide for a woman, to provide for a family, they usually end up being that old, bitter, lonely man sitting in a basement somewhere eating a bologna sandwich or on a park bench howling at the wind, because a lot of the complaining dusties that come to my channel have no plans, no goals, no agenda for themselves, and no vision for themselves. So a lot of them waste time and energy barking at women about getting a job, and in the end, they all have the same sad demise and the same sad story because their low opinion of women, their bad attitudes towards women bring them so much bad luck. And in the end, a lot of these broken men end up losing their minds and their mental health suffers because being broke and lonely and not having a family of your own and not having someone to care for you will do that to you. These men often end up homeless. They're the ones who end up begging for change at gas stations. These are the men who are overpopulating homeless shelters. And I've said this many times on my channel. These are the men that end up dying in the hospital alone. These are the men who die in basements only to be found a week later. So as a word of advice, dusty men who are lurking and listening, get on your purpose, and instead of going back and forth with women on why feminism killed hypergamy, shift your focus to your best bet, which is to chase a bag and chase a check. So that's all I have to say on this for now. A lot of these dusty, butthurt men don't even brush their teeth before they post. So I will never take them seriously because a lot of dusties just want to swindle women out of their prime. And because they want access to women without having to be providers, the goal of a dusty is to get women to fully embrace and accept the idea of 50-50 and role reversal as a standard, which will never wholesale happen because women aren't wired that way. Even Hotep women, pick me women, Belinda the Builder, and Dust Bunnies are starting to wake up. So the dusty men that ask, what do women bring to the table? Only ask that question, ladies, because they depend so much on women to not know their worth, and they want to guilt women out of having standards so that it can benefit them. But always remember, ladies, you don't have to resign yourself to a life of poverty. Now, not all of us can marry millionaires, but you can have a better life because what a woman brings to the table is priceless. So stay tuned for more videos to come, and I will catch up with you in the next one.